200 days ago, the Detroit Lions lost an elite pass rusher in Aidan Hutchinson, one of the 5 or 6 elite pass rushers, according to Brad Holmes in the National Football League. And our team suffered, no doubt about it. This guy was a wrecking force. He was on pace to be, not only, in my opinion, the defensive player of the year, the sack leader of the year. I mean, this guy was going to have, no doubt, the best year of his career. He was going to get that 5th-year option bonus and everything. And of course, he was derailed by a gruesome injury in which he was not able to return to the Lions. I mean, had they made the Super Bowl, I don't really know if Hutch, I think he would have worked extremely hard to be back, but I'm not sure he would have come back if it would have been worth it, or if he would have made that much of an impact. And we've seen throughout the season, and since the season has been over, that he's making progress. And we are still 4 months out from when he will take the field. Now, the Lions will play their preseason game, the Hall of Fame game, in 90 days, man, from the making of this video. But Aiden is probably going to be a good 5 to 6 weeks after that. And I think he's going to be ready to play when the season starts. His injury was unfortunately not a compound, or fortunately not a compound fracture, which I've had before. They absolutely suck. And it was no ligament damage. It was just a clean break of a bone. He's got the hardware put in there, and it'll be, when the season resumes, it'll be essentially 11 months since the injury has happened, and we're going to need all of him. John Legend said it the best, man. We're going to need all of him, because he is not only an elite pass rusher, he is the only pass rusher on our team that produces. It is what it is. It's not Muhammad. It's not Davenport. It's not the rookie. The rookie has yet to be on the NFL field. Okay. So Aiden is literally all we have. And the Detroit Lions, I'm assuming, trusted that he would be back and good to go by the time the NFL season actually started. And they must have put all their eggs in the basket of Hutch. We never got to see Hutch and Zadarius Smith together. Okay. So, but here's Hutch, man. We've been seeing, this is the latest update. We did see him running a little while ago. This is not from that same video, but it looks like it's in a very similar place. Maybe, I think he was running at Ford Field, or not Ford Field, but Allen Park, the Allen Park facility. This is coming from an Instagram account. You guys can see it on the bottom of the screen, but here's Hutch, man. You can see he's got the compression sleeve, looks like, on that left leg. This kind of reminds me of the $6 million man. I think that's probably, all of this is great. All of this is fantastic, but he's still 4 months out. But this part specifically, the incline treadmill, it's like a cross between the $6 million man and Rocky IV when the Russian was running and training the montage. But I'm impressed with the upper body. The fact that he was down for so long. Remember, if we go back to, now, I don't know if it's just the way he runs, but it looks to me like it might be where he's favoring that left side a little bit. And I know we had some therapists and some doctors and stuff in the comment section. It could just be the way he runs. It could just be my mind. But I know having an injury like this, it's probably tougher mentally than it could be any other way. Like the physical part, your body will take care of itself. If you put yourself in the right position, you've got the right doctors and all that stuff, that has to be done. But once that happens, your body will take care of itself. It'll heal itself. It'll do everything it needs to do. But the mental part of that, and he's going to be going against NFL linemen, an elite pass rusher against an elite NFL lineman. And I think that that could be what it is. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you see any type of like favoring of the left side? I love this, man. I miss this so much. You see, if you guys look at the right hand, the little jiggle that he has with that right hand, you can see it. It looks like he's ready to pick up where he left off. But like right here, just to me, it just looks like he could be favoring, but that's very encouraging right there. And getting his Ashton Hall on. Shout out to Ashton Hall. But I miss this man so much, man. When I was watching this, I was like, man, I miss him so much. I miss this so much, man. In the little basement working out. So this is fantastic, man, to see Hutch making his way back again. We still got 4 months. Okay, it's been 200 days since the injury. It is 90 days exactly from the making of this video until the Hall of Fame game, which he will not be playing in. They're going to be, all the starters going to be in street clothes. We won't see Hutch until September. And I'm going to tell you what, we don't know if we start the season at home or on the road, but it doesn't matter. Whenever we get that first home game and Hutchinson comes out the tunnel, it is going to blow the roof off of Ford Field. So let me know your thoughts. Anybody in the comment section below, any therapists, any doctors, anybody we have with a specialty in this, let me know what you see, because to me, like I said, and I had a compound fracture. My right fibia, I broke it twice. I'm sorry, my left one. I broke it twice. Once I was hit by a car when I was 6. That was the one that was a compound fracture, came out of the skin, still got the scars to this day, obviously, right? And then the second time was 8 years later, playing backyard football, broke it 2 inches from my hip, and it is that one was inside. Not a big, I'm just going to say not a big deal, but it didn't break the skin, but it almost took out my hip. It was crazy. So one came, I should have probably put this before, but disclaimer, one came through the skin, that one when I was 6. I was in traction both times, absolutely sucked. I think that's why to this day I still have a trouble sleeping at night, because you had all these, you had a rod through your leg. All right. You had, back in, I don't know how they do it now, if they're doing similar or technology has improved so much over the last 30 years, but I had, as a matter of fact, it was 31 years ago when I broke the second time. And you had like weights hanging from your leg. There were weights hanging from your leg, and it was on a pulley. So at the end of the pulley was weights. They had a metal rod through my one of the bones that Hutch broke at the bottom, like the shin bone or something like that. So they had it. You guys probably know if you got any doctor, therapist, whatever. So it was through there. And I had to lay there I was in the hospital for 6 weeks, and I was in a partial body cast for 6 months. So it took me about 7.5, 8 months before I could, my foot touched the ground. And my leg was not the same size as my right leg. Like my left leg was not the same size. And how do you break the biggest bone in your body, the fibia, the femur. I said fibia. I was like, that didn't sound right. The femur, the biggest bone in your body, broke that twice. And watching Hutch, like I couldn't even imagine the work that it's going to take to get back to not only Hutch, like playing football, but an elite football player, which is what Hutch was. We've seen this before. He broke one of his legs, or he broke something at Michigan, and he wound up coming back. And somebody told me in the comment section, said he got injured in Michigan, broke a leg or something like that, a part of his leg, and then came back and had like the best season ever. So he was on route to have that this time, and hopefully he is going to have something similar, a similar trajectory. But I'm just like, for the love of everything nice, for the love of Super Bowls, get this man some help. No disrespect to Ahmed, but come on, man. Get this for the love of for the love of Super Bowls. Get this man some help, man. For real. I don't know, man. Watching Hutch like work so hard to get back kind of irritates me a little bit more. Like Brad is just, yeah, we got an elite pass rusher, right? We got how many teams? It's 32 teams, right? So 64 people. I mean, get this, man. Come on, bro. He probably gonna be 100% physically, but mentally, man. I think that is the biggest issue that he's going to face, because for the longest time, man, it was like you walking and, stuff like it's just like this mental hurdle. And the funny part is I heard it playing backyard football. So when I see a player get injured, the first thing I think about is the mental hurdle of getting over that type of thing. Like, and I think it's going to take a couple games for Hutch to mentally get over that. But let me know your thoughts, man. Did you see anything different? I'm not worried about it because he's got 4 months before he takes the field. So this has been 200 days. He still got 120 days. So it'll be like 320 some odd days before he's got a long way to go. And one thing that I noticed is also, it doesn't appear is that, and I can't really see it, but the fact that he wasn't in a cast like I was, I lost a lot of mass. My left leg was like half the size of my right. It looked like a bean coming out of there. It was just skin was everywhere, like falling off, you know, dead skin, stuff like that, because you can't take a shot. I don't know what it would be like now if you did that. I don't know if traction is still a thing or how long it would take, but I was in traction for 6 weeks. Then I was in a partial body cast. And what a partial body cast is, not that you asked, but what it is at the time, because I don't know what it would be now, but it was a cast. So the cast covered my entire broken leg. So from my left leg, it took from the toes all the way up to like my torso. So it was at the bottom of my rib cage was where it went. The other leg, the non-broken leg, was a cast to like the knee. I could still bend my knee, but it was all the entire thigh up to the knee. And then there was a rod in between both of my thighs that would keep it stable. So you know how you use the right leg to brace the left leg, and I guess it would be vice versa. So I couldn't bend, I couldn't do anything. It was like, so I was basically limited to the bed for another 6 months after I got out the hospital. So for 7 months all I could do was sit in the bed, was literally lay in the bed. Anyway, now y'all know a lot more about me. For those of you who didn't know, but Hutch, man, what do you think? I think he's going to be fine. I do. I think the mental hurdle is going to be the worst. That's going to be the biggest thing he has to get over. Maybe he's talking to somebody, but I think really in training camp and stuff like that, if he's good to go when he gets that initial contact, maybe that'll get him ready because he's been playing football a long time. He's been injured before, that he'll be like, okay, you know what? He pick up right where we left off. But I have no doubt by like October, he'll be ready to go. He'll probably still think about like a year ago, this is what I was going through. But I think he's going to be all right. But let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. This channel is made possible by viewers, subscribers, and members just like you. It's because of your support I get to do what I do. You could be anywhere else on YouTube, but you choose to rock with me. You guys are awesome. Take care of yourself and each other. And as always, go Lions.